Craft brews and casual conversations. I had a big montage that I unveiled on the world before, but in true Dudes with Brews fashion, the recording wasn't going through properly because it's either my laptop or it's Rob's laptop or it's somebody's laptop that it seems to be an endless fucking struggle. I will say, ever since I've updated my computer to the latest edition of Windows, I've had nothing but problems. I've been in the middle of weddings and my screen goes black, and nothing makes your heart pound harder than that. It's very frustrating. It's very annoying, but we're giving it a go. We're trying it, and hopefully it's as good as it's going to be. I said something along the lines of, it's a great fall. Thanksgiving's around the corner. I was self-deprecating in some regards. It was funny. It was good. It was impromptu, and it was off the dome, and quite frankly, pretty impressive. But now I can't replicate that, and it really puts me in a bind and also stresses me out. So without further ado,
yeah, it was quite possibly the best intro ever given on this podcast or any other, in my opinion.
Great.
So let's cue it.
You're about to hear the greatest show of your life. Dudes with Brews on a porch with Rob and Drew.
It is indeed with Rob and Drew. We are here.
I just saw a foul.
You saw a what?
I saw a foul.
A foul?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
So through all our technical difficulties, through all the reboots and restarts, I've had my beer staring me down in the face, and I have wanted nothing more than to take a sip of it. And then I watch on my screen as our intro is rolling, Drew goes over and takes a pre-episode sip.
I was coughing.
I mean, the episode started.
I was coughing. I needed something to wash it away, and that's, it was within arm's reach. And we can talk about it right now if you want. In light of the latest Packer victory, 2 weeks in a row, 2 dubs in a row, which is nice. We got another game on Thursday, Thanksgiving Day, kind of a Thanksgiving tradition. The Packers take on the Detroit Lions. I am drinking Leinenkugels, which is like borderline the most like commercially craft beer that you could possibly get in the state of Wisconsin, but still pretty good. Their Legacy Ale. You got to drink it. It's got the old school looking Packer emblem on there.
That is a nice logo on there.
It's a nice, just amber ale. Like, look at that copper color. It's got the malts. It's got the taste. It's just got that kind of like classic beer, if you will. If you're kind of over drinking the Miller Lights, you're sick of that kind of stuff, and you want to go to something that's a little more tasty, that's going to give you a bit more of a flavor profile. It's not going to taste like, like fancy water. This is beer at its finest. This is beer at its core. And of course, the Amber Ale. 'Tis the season for things to get a little bit darker prematurely. The sun goes down by 4:30 every day, which is a bit of a bummer. The beer gets darker. We're almost into porter and stout season, which is really nice. Just around the corner from that, Black Friday tends to be the big day that those get released. We are sipping the Amber Ale in celebration of a victory against the Minnesota Vikings. First time against them this season. Lambeau Field. It was an obliteration. They looked pretty solid for the most part, but we got a tough game ahead of us, even though like maybe the Giants are the team that that we're just misunderstanding and misunderestimating, because they barely lost to the Packers. And they went into OT.
Yeah, I think I'm more happy about them taking the Lions to overtime than how we kind of put a pound down on the Vikings. I mean, a win over the Vikings is obviously great, And I did hear the commentators say that is the worst second half of football they've ever seen out of the Vikings,
Yeah.
offense and defense. But the fact that there was all this thing about like, oh, shouldn't the Giants shouldn't have taken that much effort for the Packers to beat. No, the Giants have they got a new head coach. They're putting 2 and 2 together. I mean, they're tough. They're fighting good teams to the end. So
Absolutely.
at least we got that monkey off our back. Like, oh, why did the Giants take us all the way to the fourth quarter? Well, apparently because the Giants aren't really, they're making a push to not look terrible. I don't know.
Right. So I'm drinking that Legacy Ale. It is good. It's crisp. It's delicious. Rob, you're over there with Clown Shoes.
Yes, Clown Shoes Brewing Company out of what is this, Massachusetts? I'm drinking the Space Cake Double IPA, 9% ABV.
It's a Marzen.
It's
a double IPA.
Huh?
I don't know. On here it says it's a Marzen, but it's an IPA. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm looking at the wrong thing.
Yeah.
I'm stupid.
I'm looking at. Yeah. Oh, okay, I got you. Okay. So it's a tropical, juicy double IPA made in. It says Boston and Windsor. So Boston, Massachusetts, and Windsor, Virginia. Or no, Vermont. My bad. That's not an I. That's in T. And I don't know Virginia's state code anyway. I believe this is Mosaic hops. And do you have it up there? Because I had it on my phone.
Yes, I
do. And then I'm now using my phone.
Being pursued by a giant assortment of laser-equipped cupcake spaceships and many things. But it is certainly no time to panic. Miracle Mike and his galactic canine bionic have been through far worse, and they always seem to find a way past the relentless pursuit of the Space Cake fleet. This double IPA features robust hop aromas that carry through to the strong, juicy flavors of tropical citrus. A sweet and strong malt backbone pairs with a subtle booziness to make Space Cake an approachable double IPA fit for an extraterrestrial odyssey. 9% ABV, 50 on the IBUs. Sounds pretty delicious, if I do say so myself.
It is. It's very good. The maltiness definitely comes through in the feel of it.
Yeah.
And then it's got like a bitter tinge on the front end, and then that kind of gives way to the sweet profile of. Did it say guava? Because I don't know if I'm tasting that or if I heard that right.
It doesn't really.
Because I tasted it.
It doesn't really specify.
So I know it's pineapple and something else. Yeah, guava and it says guava on there. I think maybe I don't know if it's because I heard those words while I was drinking it, but let me try this again and we'll see. It could be guava.
Yeah.
It definitely tastes like melting stress from technological issues.
Could be.
So that's gone away. But no, so up front, yeah, it's a good beer. I think the bitterness goes away on every sip that I've taken so far. I've taken 3. But we'll see how it goes by the end of the glass.
It's been a hot second since you've been on the show, a handful of weeks, maybe a month even. We got a lot to catch up on, Rob, but first I wanted to break you into some breaking news in the state of Wisconsin. I think we've talked about this before. So back in, I don't know how long ago it was. It's been a minute. There's been a documentary about it, but there was 2 girls in the Milwaukee Wauwatosa area that lured their friend into the woods and stabbed her in an attempt to kill her to please the Slender Man. Slender Man. Yeah, so Slender Man.
Another crazy Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Tale.
So they were kids. They were in middle school or early high school when this happened, and they
were like 13 at the time, right, or something.
Yeah, and the friend that they stabbed numerous times, like a lot of times, and thankfully she survived. But
it takes a lot of stabs to kill somebody. Actually, I don't know if people realize it's a lot of hard work.
So in May 31st, 2014. It was actually in Waukesha, which Wauwatosa, Milwaukee, Waukesha, they're all kind of in the same general vicinity.
They're only different to people who live there.
It's kind of like the boroughs of New York. Like it's just suburbs of Milwaukee. Aniza Wire and Morgan Geyser, they lured their friend into a wooded area of a local park and stabbed her 19 times to appease the fictional supernatural character Slender Man and to prove that he was real. So like the one person, I think it was the Morgan Geyser, was kind of like the ringleader of it all. Obviously, clearly something is wrong. Something is going on that should be addressed or should have been addressed before something like this went down. But they were incarcerated to some degree, however you do when you're a little kid. But now, so then I think both have been released. Both have been released from their incarceration, showing signs of like rehabilitation, whatever it may be. The Morgan Geyser was placed into like a group home and then put on an ankle monitoring system upon her release. And now she is on the loose. She ironically cut off the ankle brace and is gone. Nobody can find her. She's on the loose. She was in 6th grade when this was going down. So
nowhere near high school.
Yeah, 6th grade.
6th grade is 11 or 12 years old.
Yeah, 13 I think it was, or middle school. So more than a decade ago, like did this happen, and now she has left a group home by cutting off her monitoring bracelet. She's 23 right now. So this is a long time ago that this happened. Whereabouts unknown in this current time. That could change by the time people are listening, but that's crazy.
What do you think she's off to do? You think she's going to pick up a new life with a new identity and just try and leave it behind? I mean, because it's got to be difficult. You know, you're on your first date, your ankle monitor goes off, and they go, "Well, hey, I'm not a judgmental fellow, fellow over here. So I'll ask the hard question, but I won't judge the answer. What's with the ankle monitor?" And then she has to spit back the answer. When I was 11, I stabbed my friend 19 times to try and prove the existence of a fictional character. They made a movie about it and a documentary.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's a tough life to live.
Well, I mean, that's kind of consequences of your actions, of your choices that you made. And
I mean, hey, I'm not. I believe in the holiest of holies, and that is forgiveness, my friend. She went through. I don't know if I actually don't know if I should say that. No, yeah, I'm just saying, like, at a certain point, yeah, you probably want to break loose from that. I don't know what her situation is. Maybe she's rehabilitated. I don't
think so.
Can you rehabilitate somebody who's 11 and stab somebody 19 times?
I don't know. I'm really not sure. But she was living in Madison, Wisconsin, and that's where she was last seen. And I'm assuming she's no longer in Madison, Wisconsin, and she's on the loose. So we'll be okay in Wisconsin, because really, if you're on the run, the first place you want to be is, well, the state that they're looking for you. You would think. Yeah. So that's kind of an update of what's going on in our neck of the world. I meant to say woods and world at the same time, which I guess ultimately comes out to world.
Yeah, should, but it didn't.
It should, yeah. I had a few during the Packer game. You gotta do that, as is tradition. Rob, my life is crumbling at the seams. I am highly stressed, and yet I keep on going. I'm working all the time and trying to get ahead on certain things in my life. And then, of course, as soon as you get 2 steps behind, something happens, like a flooded basement due to a sewer pipe that's all jacked up, and it's going to cost $8,700 and insurance won't cover it, stumbles upon you. And then on top of that, both your and your wife's car start to crumble, which isn't a great feeling. So I've been in a world of stress, Rob. I've been I'm thinking about a lot of things endlessly, thinking about how once again I'm in a spiral where like I was like, well, why do I do what I do now? I should have just worked and been miserable with a nice paycheck, but instead I'm not. And there's stresses in its own regard with the current state of my jobs, and it sucks. And I don't know what to do, Rob. And I've, maybe I should start selling like feet pics, but I don't know how many people like haggard looking hobbit feet.
Oh, they like them.
You think?
I'm going to stop you mid-sentence. I'm going to tell you.
Yeah?
You got haggard hobbit feet?
Yeah, I do.
Put them in butter. People will pay for it.
Butter specifically?
Yeah, you put them in soft butter, soft cheeses, little honey.
I wouldn't want to waste like perfectly good cheese with my feet though. But I guess if it's making me some extra cash, who am I to say?
You just put your feet in it, then you send it to a mink farm. Minks eat everything.
That is true.
I mean, come on. You're a Wisconsinite. You know these things.
The cheese factory I once worked for, oddly enough, our rejected cheese we did sell to mink farms.
I'm telling you, that's what I did when I worked at we are so Wisconsin right now. So at the cheese factory that we worked at the cheese cutting equipment factory that I worked at, we had to test our equipment, but it wasn't cleaned to food grade prep.
Yeah.
So any cheese we put on the test to test the lines that we were making to see if it cubed them or diced them or sliced them the proper way. All that cheese was unedible. And yeah, it was like you could either pay an obscene amount of money to have it like landfilled, or you could give it to a mink farm for free. And all you had to do was get it there. And I had to drive that stinky gold 3 hours in a flatbed
3
truck.
hours?
Yep, I had to put these big ton vats, like these vats that were like super heavy. So you'd forklift them up onto the back, you'd ratchet strap them down. I remember one time, because the cheese it would sit there for 6 months and the mink would still eat it.
Ugh.
So like there'd be this healthy smell to it and this healthy oil substance that would rise to the top, especially if it got rained on. And I remember one time I was driving, it was to Wild Rose, and I hit a point on the highway where the rain came down so relentlessly I couldn't see anything in front of me, and it overfilled the vats, so the oil from the cheese overfilled onto the flatbed of the truck.
Yeah.
And when I took my first off ramp, I watched all the vats start to slide off the truck to the left, and I got off the off ramp or whatever, pulled over and look, and they're all kind of at a little angle. They're all like almost falling off the truck. They've stretched the straps, and I'm going, I just don't want to be on the news as the guy who dropped, like 5 vats of smelly cheese all over the highway.
Yeah.
And I made it. I took the back roads 30 miles an hour. But yeah, minks eat anything.
That's crazy. Well, so back to
we've lived a hell of a life, Drew. Both of us.
We have. And it's interesting. Like we've worked at kind of like different areas, but we all kind of like, they all blend together to a degree. Except for what we do currently.
Yeah.
Very different now, but excuse me. I was thinking, so like my basement flooded. There's a tree root that's growing into my sewer line, and this has happened before where it flooded. We had to get the tree roots, ground up and pulled out. And they're like, oh, your pipe is like corroding on the verge of collapse. $8,700. And this is right after not right after, but kind of like around the same time where my car started just going rogue and going crazy. I've replaced a few things. It's always like every time you take it to go to get it checked out, it's like, oh, it's an engine sensor. Okay, so then I can replace it. I know how to do that. I can watch a YouTube video and I replace it. Nothing changes. And then the same thing happens with the Mrs. car. And it gets all like that. So it's like, and then everyone's like, well, what happens in 3. As if like that's supposed to help me. Do you believe that?
Yeah, well, that's because we can only afford 3 things in this world. So yes, of course it happens in 3 because everything is always built to break.
And I can't even like it's like I don't know what to do, man. Like I've explored some options and some things just are not gonna work out the way I would have. I would hope that they worked out, but it is what it is. But have you ever like found like patterns in your life that it equals like three bad things happen? How come it's never three good things, Rob? Or do we just not?
I don't think we acknowledge the good things that happen in threes. And you know what? I do think that things that are notably good don't happen in threes. I think they happen few and far between because you have to work for good things. Bad things you don't have to work for. They just
happen.
Actually, lack of work is what can create bad things. Not to say that's what your situation is, but
you saying I'm not good enough?
I do believe if you believe in the rule of threes, the rule of threes will come true for you.
Sure. Well, that could be for anything. If you believe in something enough, so like recently I watched like a video and it was actually like kind of like in a sense eye-opening to a degree. And it's with somebody who I have like I've had like I find them a bit questionable, but they said like look around here and I want you to find everything in this room that's purple. So look around. Okay, now tell me everything that was pink. And of course, they couldn't say like, I can't tell you what's pink because I was looking for purple. He's like, exactly. When you're looking for one thing, you tend to not notice everything else that's going on. And I really like in something. I feel like I'm self-aware to a point where I know what's wrong with me, Rob. I know. I don't need to go to therapy. Like I get it. I know what's wrong with me. It's just a matter of how to change those mindsets.
Well,
and
what? Therapy is not about identifying what's wrong with you.
Oh, really?
No. Therapy is about a safe space where you can be 100% honest about what you think is wrong with you.
That's why I have you.
Somebody will. It's like talking to anybody that's in a safe environment. It's just somebody who will advocate for you over themselves. So like even when you talk to me, like I'm never going to try and advocate for my own, like be selfish with my end goal over when you're talking to me about something, right? Like I have your best interest in mind, but subconsciously we all always have our own best interest in mind somewhat.
Right.
A therapist is supposed to hear you and be objective about those things and let you kind of have the conversation out loud with yourself. And they'll point you in the right direction in terms of like, what boundaries are, what, like, if you don't know what these things are. I remember when my therapist asked me if I knew what my gut was. And
I look at it every day.
I had no idea how to answer that question.
My gut's really big, so I notice it probably more than you do.
Yeah, mine's hard to find sometimes,
Must be nice.
Well, but you got to listen to it, right? That was, it's one of those things where it's like that, metaphorically, whatever you want to call the gut, the heart, the integrity, bone, whatever. I didn't understand that question at first, but then they get you to think about things that are in your blind spots. What's pink in the room, even though you're looking for what's purple in the room, they let you understand how to see those in the periphery and identify and deal with it. But they're not there to tell you what's wrong with you because we're all who we are. I mean, unless you're stabbing somebody 19 times at 11, you're doing all right.
That's not funny, Rob. That's a serious situation.
Everybody survived.
Yeah, you're right. We can laugh at that then.
It's like 20 years old. It's fine.
It's just a lot, especially with like the pressures of the holidays coming up. And like we've put so much effort this year into saving for the holidays. We made like a strategic effort and accumulated a good amount of money for our kids for the holidays. And now it's like, well, shit, I could apply that and we'd be pretty good. But also, it's like I can't take away from my kids. This isn't my kids' fault. This isn't my kids' responsibility. So I'm still going to allocate that money, which might be foolish. But you know what? I've had enough disappointing holidays where I don't want my kids to ever experience that.
Well, you should really be teaching your children that running cars.
That Santa's
nice
not real.
thing to have. Yeah. But I understand. We grow up in a capitalist fever dream, and they tell our children that if Santa doesn't bring them the right amount of gifts, then they're not good. They're bad children. That's such. If you really break that down, it's not even about lying to kids about Santa Claus. It's about saying if your parents are poor, you're a naughty kid.
Yeah.
You're a naughty piece of shit.
Yeah.
But it's not. And it's like. It's so unfair to parents that work the hardest and make the least, because that is the way the system's set up. The harder you work, the less you make.
Well, I mean, that's why Santa and Satan are always going at it during our Christmas experiences. I've been thinking,
I'm starting to question who the good guy is.
I've been thinking about the 2025 Christmas, Rob. I got some ideas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't think about it too much, because then they'll come true, And I'm okay with having a Christmas without these two in our lives.
It has nothing to do with either of them.
Okay, good, because they force themselves in every year. They come knocking on our door. I mean, we don't go looking for them.
You're right. We don't go looking for them. December's just around the corner. The holidays are here. I wish I could say we have like some Black Friday deals and all our merch, but we really don't control that. But you can still buy them.
Yeah.
Usually there's like $16 only for the shirts, and then we'll get $4 if you buy them. Which please do.
Yeah, maybe that's what I'll do. Honestly, I have to figure out, because I'm honestly, I'm terrible at getting gifts. I have no time to go shopping. I'm busy. It stresses me out. And that's where TeePublic really comes in handy. And when you know a good shop on TeePublic, like Dudes with Brews, for instance, that have great designs and great products. I mean, so basically you merge a great show like Dudes with Brews with a great company like TeePublic. It takes all the stress off the holiday shopping. It takes it right off your back. So, I mean, you just go in there, you grab a couple sweatshirts, T-shirts, get in the beer, the Porch Pint Society. Give that to your friends and family. Bring them into the society, not a cult. Society,
not a cult. And
I mean, this is not an ad. I'm just talking out loud for myself. I think that might be the way I go this holiday season, and I feel so much lighter now that I've made that decision.
Yeah, it just sucks. Do you want to brainstorm some ideas for your special friend? What are we getting your special friend this year?
I told her I'm getting her nothing. Is that wrong? Should I not have done that?
Last year it was pillows, wasn't it?
Yeah, I know that never materialized.
It didn't?
No.
What did
I got her the sweatshirt. I got her the sweatshirt embroidered with her pet's faces on it.
And how many times has she worn it?
She wears it a bit in the winter months, but it's a sweatshirt, so it's California.
Inside?
No, she's worn it out.
Oh, okay.
But you're not wrong. It's ugly, and she shouldn't. I hear what you're saying.
Yeah, you didn't get the pillows? I thought you did.
No, it was like I couldn't decide on the like. There was so much, like the ones that I could find that were, that I thought were gonna be okay. Then I like saw some reviews, and the reviews weren't great, and then it was like. I was looking at other companies and the quality was terrible looking. They wanted to like just screen print like a photo. It just didn't work out, And then the ones that I found that were really nice, of course, were freaking like $500 for 3 or 4 pillowcases. And
yeah, that's a lot.
I was like, no, I'm sorry. She's special, but I'd rather take her. I'll take $500 and take her somewhere real nice, and she would enjoy that probably more than embroidered pillowcases.
I looking back at like holiday stuff, I'm pretty sure I've gotten you more gifts than you've gotten me.
Probably. I hate gifts. I don't want them. I used to give gifts to people quite a bit. Yeah. And I used to really go out of my way when I was cash rich.
I want to say you've never gotten me a gift for the holidays.
Probably not. No.
I've gotten you stuff.
Do you want to go down this road right now? Do you want to talk about this right now?
I'm just saying.
I mean, I'm trying to remember. I'm sure, like, dude, this is the reason why I don't like getting gifts either, though. It's because it's like in the moment they're very special, but then as life passes you by, and you become an old man. You go like, I can't remember what you've given me. I remember the fact that you sold me a fucking awesome car at a cheap price when I needed a car.
Yeah.
And I will never forget you for that. That was the best car I had up to that point in my life, and I was very proud of it.
Yeah, I like that car as well. I delivered you beer and a gift card to a grocery store one time.
Was I sick?
No. You needed groceries.
Was I that broke at the time? What?
Yeah, you were.
Oh, wow. Well, I appreciate that. I was probably high at the time, too.
I don't think you were. No, I think you were. I think you were on the come up of that.
I did. Things got worse when I got sober. My whole life fell apart.
Yeah.
Twice. The two times I got sober for a decent amount of time. The first one being for like just under a year or something. And then the last one. So the second time that I got sober a few times, but those were the two that lasted the longest. One was like almost a year, and the other one was this last time that I've been sober for at least 4 years, 5 years. I don't know. It's coming up on
now. It's been a long time.
Well, I was in treatment for 4 years, doing a medicated treatment. So the day I went to treatment, that was a long time ago. That was like almost 10 years ago now.
Well, what is
2017?
What is sobriety for you? And no drugs, right?
I would say sobriety for me is sometimes I kind of don't count the time I was in medicated treatment as sobriety, because I was still beholden to the medication that they were giving me, and I still went through withdrawal when I got off that medication. But I had a sober mindset. My doctors wanted to up my dosage and keep me on that. And they had all these ideas about how the best way to use the treatment was. And I told them like, no, I didn't do that much on the street. I'm not doing that much in the clinic, and I don't want to go that high. And then when I cut down, they wanted to cut me down at half the rate of speed that I wanted to go down. I was like, I'm ready to be done with this. At that point, that's where I feel like sobriety began for me, when I was like telling my doctors like, no, you're wrong. I can handle this. I'm ready to be sober, and getting off of that medication.
What medication
so
was
that
it?
happened.
Ibuprofen?
It was a methadone clinic. No, it was a methadone clinic. So it was an opiate medicated treatment.
Oh, sure. So I can see why you wouldn't say that's sobriety.
Yeah. So, and then I left the clinic like a week earlier than they wanted me to, or whatever. But that was all important for me, for my journey, to go like, no, I'm not. I don't need to. I'm going by my own time schedule, and I know it's going to suck, because they were telling me, oh, you're going to relapse, and it's like if you do it the wrong way, you're going to. And I said, no, I don't. I'll relapse if I'm not strong enough mentally to keep my shit together. But at that point, I felt like I very much was. But yeah, every time I've gone through that, everything's fallen apart. Lost car, lost my apartment, lost whoever I was with, lost, jobs in both cases, I believe, when I got sober. I was fine keeping a job while I was high. As soon as I got sober, that I lost jobs. And it's like partially because I realized that the jobs I had, I couldn't handle doing sober. They were terrible. It's like you numb your brain to it, and you go like, yeah, I can do this over and over again. As soon as you get sober, you're like, oh my God, kill me, please.
Well,
Where's the Slender Man when you need him?
God, you never lost me during that journey.
No, I didn't. And it's like, I feel like it's weird. I don't I'm so bad with time. Let me know if this is something that makes sense to you. Because honestly, I do kind of I feel bad. Like when I'm out here, people will be talking about their pasts and stuff. And I have a default thing where I just go like, oh, all my friends are dead back home. All my friends that I grew up,
Yeah.
And I'm not talking about you and Noah and I always considered you guys to be my brother's friends who I squeezed into your group just because I treated you probably maybe like you were not younger people than me. I try not to treat people like anything, and I try and be, I've always tried to have kind of an openness to anybody, and if you're a cool person, you're a cool person. I don't give a crap how I meet you.
Yeah.
But it's like it dawns on me now and again that it's like, no, at this point I can't keep saying that because like you've been I just me and you didn't start hanging out, I didn't feel like until later, but in reality I think we were pretty good friends even before the podcast started and
Yeah.
all that stuff.
You encouraged the
I lose
podcast.
track of it.
You encouraged the podcast. I had a conversation with you on the phone. I remember talking about like how I wanted to start a podcast and I wanted to do it. And you're just like, yeah, he's like, you said if of all the people I know who could like potentially be successful with something like this, it would be you. That's what you said to me.
Well, I'm sorry, or you're welcome.
And then
I'm glad I said that. You know, it's like, and if I said it, it means I meant it. You know, it's
for
like
sure.
I remember other conversations. That's the weird thing about time is the things that get lost. The things that have mattered to me. I've talked to the people who have said things to me that shaped who I was at the time and who I am now in some way. And like they go like, I don't remember that. And that's just the way it is.
I remember, I think like, because yeah, you were around when I was hanging out with Ryan, crashing on the floor, crashing on the couch, wherever it may have been, and you would stop by and you would talk to us or watch the movie we were watching. You always had a lot of funny stuff to say. I remember that, and then I remember like I started, and this was probably like towards the end of my high school career. So, well, I went to your graduation party, but then also like you started letting me borrow seasons of Scrubs because you said like I have this deal with this friend of mine where I buy one season, they buy another, and then we switch or whatever. And then you just started letting me borrow it, and then you actually lent me the first season of Californication. You're like, you should watch this, like it's really good or whatever. So then I watched it, I binged it, I returned it, which is something that your brothers never did.
Yeah, trust me, I know.
Trusting two brothers in particular with DVDs or games you knew you would never like. I remember I'd be like, dude, I need you to keep these in the cases. I need you to like take care of these. And then I would come over like a month later, the disc is on the ground, it's all scratched to shit, and I'm just like, come on, guys. So they know who they are. So if they're listening, like
dude, that's legitimately like I remember my aunt had the original VHSs of the Star Wars trilogy, the Indiana Jones trilogy. We were allowed to go to her house, and when we were there, she would always put them in for us and let us watch them or whatever. One time, she let my mom bring them back to our house, destroyed all of them. This is pre-special edition. You can still see through the metal on the snow speeders, like and like worth something now. People want that stuff now.
right.
My buddy Andy Starr borrowed Mike the issue 33 of 411 Video Magazine, which is a skate video. So it came out monthly, and now Andy was an only child, so he didn't understand certain things. But when he came back to when Mike tried to give him back that VHS, Ryan and Trevor had flattened the cardboard box that it came in, and he was like, you can just keep it. I still have that VHS to this day because Ryan and Trevor somehow they snip out other people. I shouldn't have said their names. I totally just threw them under the bus. When they were children, they would snip out other people's stuff, and like when it came to DVDs and VHSs and video games and CDs, and just destroy the hell out of it.
Yeah, it was. I think they definitely owe me like a new copy of The Nightmare Before Christmas, which I want to say Ryan actually bought me a new one. Like years later, he's like, I feel bad about this. Here you go. Or maybe I just bought the Blu-ray of it. And then Donnie Darko, they owe me a new Donnie Darko, which physical media outside of vinyl means nothing to me, and books, of course. But.
Here's what I can do for you, Drew. This is one place I can do something for you.
Yeah, you
okay?
Buy me Donnie Darko on TV.
I don't even need to buy it for you.
Yeah.
Here's the real problem. This is the irony. I have Donnie Darko on DVD in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin right now. I know that's not where you are, but it's kind of close.
Yeah.
It's kind of, it's not that far of a drive.
Right.
like an hour, but you'll be all right. The problem is that the DVD is in the possession of one of the brothers that destroys DVDs and has been for 4 years.
All right.
So if you want it, I will get it to you, but I don't know what condition it will be in.
So it's like narrowing it down to the brother. Well, and finding it. I could probably just go to wherever they are and just take it. Be like, this is actually mine. I'm taking it back.
I guarantee you, he's never even looked at that box. Because all my like Scrubs seasons, Heroes seasons, Californication, Arrested Development, even though they're all mismatched now, like somehow they got all out of order. But I have all 3 seasons of Arrested Development in there. But I kind of like, I'm getting to that. I think we've talked about this, but I'm getting to this curmudgeonly stage with when I look into what AI can do and what digital streaming platforms can do when they change. They can change our memories by changing the movies that we grew up on subtly.
Right, and I think that's an important thing of physical media now. Is if you have like I have totes in my basement full of DVDs that I probably can almost guarantee if I put it in, there's going to be something different about it if I were to watch it on Netflix. I know what you're saying. Or like
in which case, I now understand old people when we were young, hoarding newspapers and VHS self-recorded copies of the news where they recorded the news, and people were like, "Oh, you're a hoarder." It's like, no, they were a freaking historian. They saw the writing on the wall that as soon as, like with TV, especially, like if you don't record the news, tomorrow night they can tell you they said something different, and there's no way to prove it. Now we have the capability to literally change what they said. Like you can go, "Oh, it's right here." You can go back and watch The Daily Show for the last 10 years, but we can change whatever we want on it. But if you record it and it's on a physical medium that you control, there's no changing that, and it's like, I do feel like there is this, mentality that if I know it, they know it, whoever they are. We all know who they are, though. We know who they are. And they know if you control it, if you control the past, you control the future.
So do you think,
and you control the present.
Do you think that streaming companies have created the Mandela effect?
I think I don't know if they created it, but I think they can use it to their advantage.
Yeah,
I think they've amplified it. Yeah, and I think that anything that has that is marketable in terms of financial gain, which means controlling the masses, is something that somebody would pay for. So that's what there's all these groups that go like, oh. That this scene was too violent in Fern Gully, so let's remove it and put a butterfly in there instead.
Gully, the last rainforest.
Yeah, the most violent movie I could think of in this moment.
I used to watch that movie all the time.
That's an environmental movie that was saying that it had a message that is, that the environment is important or whatever. That's not right now. We're seeing a big shift where people don't want to hear that message anymore. So let's change it a little bit,
I will say,
so that we're not teaching children good values.
I will say watching Home Alone on Disney Plus, 100% it's been edited down or things have been removed than what you would see on the original one, because I have this weird superpower, and I think it's my mild autism kicking in, but I think I can recite Home Alone in its entirety, the whole movie. I'm not kidding. If next time you're here, we'll watch Home Alone, and you will hear me say line for line in the entire movie. Same thing with Home Alone 2. Same thing with movies like Jungle to Jungle, a movie that I haven't seen in a lot, like 20 plus years. The last time we watched it, I knew every fucking line. It's bizarre.
I do that with The Aviator, man. The Aviator, I used to be able to recite the first hour and a half of that movie verbatim. And it is a weird thing. And I don't know if it's something to be proud of, but with Jungle to Jungle, that's pretty impressive. I would absolutely be down to watch not only the Disney Plus streaming version, but if we can get our hands on a DVD or a VHS copy
Yeah,
of Home Alone, watch them back to back, and then we can do an episode about it. That would be
that'd be good.
amazing.
That actually would be good. And Home Alone is kind of my premise of the Christmas episode, actually.
Okay.
So
All right.
I'm brainstorming. I just got a text message in real time here that I'm a little peeved about, Rob.
Right.
Because when people go like, "Oh, Drew, you're so like negative and self-deprecating and stuff like this," stop it. But then when I get a text message like this, "Hey, who is on your Little Packer show this week?"
Wow.
That annoys me. I'm just like,
that's almost like you're still you're still doing that?
oh, I hate it when people
Still
say
doing
that.
that?
Yeah. But like, who's on your Little Packer show this week? Like, my Little Packer show. Oh, you mean the show that I like for so long had to like just be the crowd wrangler for, that I had to sit people down and hold a sign to make them applause. I was like the applause sign for a long time. And then finally working my way up to actually being on the stage and talking to these NFL players. The old battle axe just walked by.
I tried to wave.
But like, what the hell are you talking? Rob, I've won an award. I've won a Wisconsin
I'm gonna
Broadcasters
tell you,
Award for that little show. I interviewed.
There's people in California that talk about that little show, and it's not just me. I didn't even bring it up.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, really? That's cool.
Yeah, it's people we both know, obviously, out here.
Sure.
But they said it was cool to see, like, because they get to see. They're just like, I just wish Drew was at the same table as the Packers, because whenever I see the photos of him and do it, he's always at a different table.
The one time when we interviewed Eddie Lacy, I was right next to him.
Yeah. So, but yeah, little. That's
true.
so. You had to type that word out. That's a 6-letter word. I think it might be more.
Little.
Can't really count these days.
L-I-T-T-L-E. Yeah, 6. But I'm just like,
type those 6 letters out to be a dick.
I was just like, what do you mean? Like, I actually like put like thoughts into those interviews. I put effort into it, and a lot of the stuff I ask is like off the cusp. It's like, they give me an answer, and then I create a new question or a response as a result. You know how many laughs I get, Rob? At least like 3 or 4, and it's only an hour show. I get some knee slappers in there. Yeah.
That's good.
Donald Driver laughed at my jokes. How many people can say that?
Yeah. How many people can say that? Yeah.
Right.
Very little.
Yeah.
You want to use the word little in a sentence. Very little people can say that.
How many people has Carl Brooks said, "I'll get you a pick 6"? To me specifically. Right. Shut the hell up. Little show. What the fuck are you talking about? Like, I'm not like confident about a lot of things, but like, I do a good job. I won an award, and I'm gonna maybe win another one next year. Like, come on.
What was their question exactly? Because I'm stuck on the little part. What?
Who is on your Little Packer show this week? Well, first of all, there is no show this week. It's not till December, and if you must know, it will be Emmanuel Wilson and whatever guest he decides to bring.
Which Emmanuel Wilson had a freaking breakout goddamn game.
Right. He did
not
great.
So little.
Right. Not so little.
You should say there's no one on my little show.
Right.
But Emmanuel Wilson will be on my show.
Right. He'll be on it. And then, I interviewed Aaron Jones, damn it. Like, he's no joke.
Yeah. Although he did nothing for Minnesota today.
I mean, yeah, that's good. I'm cool with that. But it's like that. It's like when you phrase it like that, like, come on now.
I don't know if people. All right, so like me and my older brother, talk about this lately a lot. Is like the words that people use. Now, me, a lot of times I'm talking out of my ass and I don't know, and I'm just kind of reaching for something that could be funny. I don't necessarily I wouldn't say I'm a liar, but I definitely like make stuff up in the moment and just to get some laughs or whatever. I think that's just telling jokes. But nothing's malicious or anything like that. But my older brother is very meticulous in the words that he chooses to use.
Yeah.
And I wonder, and there's times where he'll tell me things that people say to him, and I go like, I don't know if it's if they're thinking that much about what they just said, and they said that, yeah, that's a bad person, or that's an amazing whatever. But I really don't think many people are actually thinking that much. This one feels pretty pointed.
Right.
Little Packer show.
Right.
There's no reason to add that word.
Right. I agree. I'm just a little annoyed by that. But then it's like, oh, you're so negative. And it's like, well, yeah, when I'm told that, and then
these are the people that surround me.
And then, right. And it's also when people in my workplace in which I work at full time use my last name to describe an overachiever. When really I'm
like you're glazing.
Wow. One, unfortunately, glazing has some like really like derogatory connotations.
Bad, yeah.
But people's like,
do you want to be on camera?
But people said like they're gonna say my last name anytime somebody overachieves, and I'm just like, I'm not overachieving. I'm doing the work you're supposed to be doing. You just aren't doing it.
Yeah, I would say you're underachieving, and I am just achieving.
Right. I'm just doing what I need to do, which that's neither here nor there. But if you're gonna tell me my Little Pack show, and you're just like, oh, you want a nice seat to the next Little Packer show? Ask somebody else.
Yeah, I'll get you a little seat way in the back.
Right.
Outside the room.
Right.
It's in the parking lot. It's called your car seat. You can park outside. I'll get you parking.
Yeah, you can listen to it on air as it happens.
Yeah.
But
yeah, it's on the radio. Are you on the radio? Didn't think so.
And that's not really a big deal, but it's just like, come on. I take that seriously, and I work hard at it, and I've earned my way up to those spots. There's plenty of other people on staff that they could maybe trust to do those shows, but they don't, and they chose me to do some of them. So like, come on now, I do half of them. I don't do all of them, but I do half of them, which is.
But still, you care about everything you do, and that's it's never good to have anybody go. It's like, I wonder what whatever these people do. Like, you still make those little boat motors for a living.
Yeah.
Well, we're number 2 in the world for sales of boat motors, so not so little. All right. Well, yeah, then understand, recognize.
Right. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is, but it's a little annoying, if I do say so myself.
Yeah, if you want to say little anything, it's a little annoying.
It's a little annoying.
Your little annoying comment, yeah.
Yeah, that is true. Rob waved to you before, and you didn't wave back. It's very rude of you. Jeez.
She might have. I was waving in my face so much I couldn't see anything. Just a blur.
Yeah. Nah.
She waved this time though.
She did, because I pointed it out. Rob, how was your brewski?
Beer is delicious. I can feel it. The 9%'s hitting me good. The bitterness has gone away completely.
I hope I can say that one day.
That comment. It's but
yeah.
It's got good flavor. It's got good feel. It's it is a little like on the malty side. So it's not. This is one thing I would say. Like, this beer for like a hot day. I don't know how many of these. It's not like a crushable out in the sun by the pool beer. This is a good like inside watching a game or with a meal or after a meal or something like that, where you're just gonna have one or two. It's kind of it's a little thicker of a beer, and you can feel it in the maltiness. So that's what I would say.
Hell yeah. The Legacy Ale from Leinenkugel that I drink, 5.3 on the ABV, so a little kind of like in the middle there, and it's definitely a game day beer. It's definitely something that you are meant to crush when the Packers score a touchdown. It's something that you're meant to crush when you watch another missed field goal or extra point happen. Whether you're stressed, whether you're celebrating, the Legacy Ale from Leinenkugels will always be there to lend you a hand and to make you feel good, regardless of the outcome of the game that you happen to be watching. I think they distribute outside of Wisconsin. I could be wrong about that. I'm not really sure. They're bigger.
I feel like most people know Leinenkugels.
Yeah. I would agree.
Now I don't know about that specific can. That might be a Wisconsin release can.
Yeah, it could be. Could be. The other great beer that I've been chugging lately is Fat Squirrel, the seasonal release from
Fat
New
Squirrel.
Glarus. Good.
I got a Fat Squirrel story. Can I tell it quick?
Yeah, absolutely.
So this story is it's not for children.
All right, kids,
Because
turn it off.
so me and my buddy Nick, we take a bunch of acid. This is a lot of acid.
God, I wouldn't know what
and
this
we
is
hang
like. By
out
the way,
all-
I've never encountered a thing, nor would I consume. Which is on record.
Yes, yeah, this is all me. This is not true for sure, 100%. So we're tripping all night, and then I'm not gonna get into the crazy stuff that happens in the morning time at around 5-6 in the morning. But we end up at Shooters, which no longer is open, but it's so I can say whatever I want about Shooters.
Yeah.
Shooters is open all night for some reason, and they let me, Nick, and this girl who's like, she's over 18 but under 21 in. And the bar is pretty well full. I mean, there's like 20 people in there. I met a guy named Gunner. He was a war vet, and he was trying to buy me a drink, and they were not charging anybody because they weren't allowed to be open. And they had underagers in the bar. So they were literally giving out drinks, and I was playing pool with this chick, and my buddy Nick he's wasted.
Mm-hmm.
We're on like me. When I took acid, I always like to kind of lean into the acid side of it. He was leaning into the drinking on acid side, so he was like at the bar trying to pass out or whatever. And I remember going like, "You all right, Nick?" or whatever. And he's got a $20 bill out, and he's just going to the bartender who's across the bar and isn't even looking at him because of how he's acting. Can I just get 2 Fat Squirrels for me and my friend? I just need 2 Fat Squirrels for me and my friend. And I will never not think of that when I hear of Fat Squirrels. Like, I have a guy named Gunner trying to buy me a root beer on one side, and my buddy Nick trying to buy me a Fat Squirrel on the other side. And I'm playing some of the greatest pool of my life because I'm tripping out so hard I can see every angle on the pool table. I was trying to lose that game because this girl that I was with was having a really bad night, and that's how we ended up there. And I was trying to lose at a game of pool there, so I'm calling shots, double rails off the nipple and hitting them. I'm going, I guess I just can't lose tonight. I don't know what to tell you.
Hey,
it's a hell of a night.
Might as well celebrate with a Fat Squirrel, in my opinion. Fat Squirrel.
Exactly, right? Yeah.
It's delicious.
But yeah, I will always think of that. I just need 2 Fat Squirrels for me and my friend. Just want 2 Fat Squirrels for me and my friend, please.
That's funny. linktr.ee/dudes with brews is the website you need to be for the T Public that we mentioned before, for the links to all of our things. Our Twitter is deleted, by the way, so don't click the Twitter link because you're not going to get anywhere.
Good.
It's gone.
I like that.
We're on Threads, kind of. So if you want to follow us on there, you can. We're on Blue Sky as well, kind of. So if you want to follow us, really Instagram is the place to be for all things us. Otherwise, like Spotify, all that stuff. Please listen to the ads before and after the show. It does help us, not a lot, but a little bit, which is nice.
Yeah.
We even got
you might hear a MeUndies ad.
You got a MeUndies ad, which I was super pumped about. We don't have our own code word, but we got the ads, so that's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's pretty good if I do say so myself.
But you do back the product.
I wear them every day.
Yeah.
I need to get new ones because mine are starting to fall apart. They're so old.
Mine are starting to. Yeah, it's been 7 years, and they're finally starting to go to the point where I go like, all right, I need to get some new ones.
Yeah, for sure. Always
That's a good length. That's a good run.
That's a really good run. And not good runs. Get it? Hey-o. Always good to see you, Rob. Glad you're back on. We'll get back into format. We're going to brainstorm Christmas, which is just around the corner. Hot dog. Have a great Thanksgiving. Stuff your face with all the food. If you're with family, hopefully your perverted, creepy uncle doesn't say any weird things.
Show up this year.
Or just do your own thing. You know?
Yeah.
Don't worry about other people. All right. Where's the cursor of my mouse here? And can you imagine? Like, isn't that insane? Like, even like we're so like deep into this fucking like technological difficulties that I can't even find the cursor. Here it is. All right.
Yeah, can we make it a little bit bigger? Is that an old man thing to say?
I think it is.
Like, can you make the cursor icon a little bigger?
Where'd that damn thing go? All right. Toodaloo.
All right.
Audio. Goodbye, everyone.